Hey, this is Joe Bakhmutsky, and I'm the creator of Simplified Cancer. Look, I know that some people say, I won't let cancer define me. I won't let cancer define who I am as a person. And I totally get it. But at the same time, how can it not? I mean, cancer is just such a profound change. It sweeps into your life and it affects everything. It affects the things that you do every single day. It affects how you think about the future. It changes the way that you think about yourself. So we spend so much energy dealing with worry and uncertainty and craziness that what if you could channel it into a different direction? What if you could channel it away from worry and into action? Into dealing with it proactively so you can have the life that you want despite cancer. And this is what I want to talk to you today, something that I've experienced in another moment of my life when I came face to face with the force of nature that taught me a valuable lesson. This was several years before I had cancer, and I was on this beautiful ocean beach on another side of the world, and it was just a beautiful day. I was going into the water on this ocean beach. I was pretty much by myself. There wasn't really anyone around. And I walked into the water and I was just enjoying the day. I was just gonna take it slow, take it easy. I'm just gonna have a great time. I was in the water. I walked in slowly, probably up until my chest, and I spread out on my back, just soaking in the sun and letting the wave just rock me back and forth. It was just beautiful. But then I felt something change. I felt that there was this subtle shift that I realized something's off. Something went wrong. Something was happening in the water and I had no idea what that was. So I tried to stand up, but I couldn't because my feet were not finding the ocean floor. And it was weird. My feet was all of a sudden were just dangling there, like a pair of jeans on a clothesline. I realized that something was wrong, so I decided to turn around and to swim back to the shore. I turned around and I could see it right there, and I started swimming. I really started swimming back. And after a while, I realized that something was happening, that it's like I was stuck in one place. It's like there was a force pulling me back and I couldn't back in. So I started to get a bit worried. So I doubled my effort. I really started going forward. Like I really started swimming, And then after a little while, I realized I'm not making any progress. It's like there is this invisible barrier in front of me and I can't get back. And all of a sudden, I start to get a little panicky, right? Because the waves are picking up, the weather's clearly changing. Something is wrong, right? So I put all of my energy into it. Like I just go all out, right? I can see the shore right there. I'm gonna make it. It's not that far. I really start to go for it. I'm really giving it my best, and still there's a force that's pulling me back. Right, and at this point, I get really worried. Right, I get really worried because I can't get back to the shore. I'm not making any progress. There's hardly anyone around. There's a wave that just comes out and hits me smack on the face, and my mouth is just filled with the salty brine. I'm really scared, so I'm panicking. I'm just screaming, "Help! Help! Somebody help me!" Right, and it's really scary when out of nowhere comes out this surfer, and he helps me onto his surfboard and guides us towards the shore. And at this point I have no idea what's happening because I'm just freaking out and I have no idea what's going on. Eventually we make it back to the beach and he sits me down and he says, "Look, it's the rip got you. The rip, it's this underwater current that is incredibly strong. So when you try to go against it, when you go straight to the shore, it's always gonna hold you back. So you shouldn't spend your energy on it. You have to go with it. Go with the current, go sideways, not straight to the shore, go sideways. Go with it. This way you're spending much less energy, and it's your best way to get to safety. And I thought that was really powerful, because isn't that what we do during cancer? We put all this energy into dealing with this craziness and the injustice overall, because it's so scary and it's so overwhelming, But I think how we deal with cancer is our choice. I think you, my friend, you decide how cancer is going to define you. And so I think you can make a choice to say, we can take this worry and channel it into action, because you got to ask yourself, are you going to feel sorry for yourself, or are you going to find ways to deal with it as best you can? Are you going to just take things as they come at you, or are you going to take charge? Are you going to take control of things? And so that you can, so you're knowledgeable, so you can make informed decisions about what's going on. Are you going to suffer alone, or are you going to speak up about your struggle? Speak up to your family, friends, people who care about you, and let them know where you're at and how they can support you. Because we spend so much energy that goes into worrying about cancer, but we can really take all of that and transform it and change it into action. I really believe that it comes down to those three things, into being prepared. And prepared for dealing with worry and uncertainty, and finding out what is your process of dealing with worry, right? What are the things that helped you before cancer? Because you've been through some tough times, right? What's helped you before? Maybe you've done exercise. Maybe you can go and see a psychologist. Maybe you can write things out. I've got a whole process for that. So if you go to Simplify Cancer channel on YouTube, which is my YouTube channel, and you'll find an entire video of dealing with worry. If you have specific worries that may be to do with around maybe pains or aches, or maybe you've got a visit to a specialist coming up, you can find, I've got a tool called Outcome Map that you can just grab on canceroutcomemap.com that goes into specific details on how you can deal with worries. So there's many things that you can do to deal with worry in a really powerful way. So that was part number one, being prepared into dealing with worry and craziness that come with cancer. Number two really is being informed about treatment. This is a critical part where I think you can take charge of what's going on around cancer and really become an expert on your own illness. So you can read up on your cancer on the reputable sites, and then build up enough knowledge to ask questions of your medical team, your specialist, maybe your oncology nurse, and also go online. Maybe find cancer survivors, people who went down that road before, people who know what it's like. You can grab the online community guide. Again, if you go to my website, simplifycancer.com, and look for online community guide, this will guide you to the top 3 online forums for your type of cancer. So there are people who guide you on what will happen. It's very powerful because now you're armed with tools to know what you can expect from treatment every step of the way. And the third part of it, which is really critical, is staying connected. Staying connected to your people, your friends, your family, your co-workers. That is incredibly important. That's your inner circle. And letting them know how you feel. And say that, well, I'm struggling with it. And telling them how they can help. Because they have no idea what to do sometimes. And they don't know what is the right thing to say, what is the right thing to do. So tell them. Be open and transparent with them. And tell them, this is how you can help me. And this is really powerful, and it's going to give them the ability to know that they're really helping you. And it's also going to put you in charge, because you're going to get support that you want on your terms. And also being connected to your medical team. and really being open and upfront about what you're going through, and talking to your oncologist or your urologist or your surgeon, your oncology nurse, your team, whoever they are, and being really upfront with them and asking them all of these questions that you have about side effects, about any symptoms that you're going through, so that they can do their best to help you where you're at. I really believe that when you take your energy from worry and channel it into action, you can get through cancer in a much better way. If you do and focus on three things, my friend, that's the three things that I've described. So number one, being prepared for dealing with worry and uncertainty. Number two, being informed about treatment, and side effects and symptoms and milestones and all of those things and how it works, so that you know what you can expect. And number three, being connected to your values and your beliefs and your people and how they can support you, and also your medical team and the cancer survivors who can also help you to deal with the madness and the craziness that comes with cancer. I hope it's been helpful. Please let me know. My email is joe@simplifycancer.com. That's JOE@simplifycancer.com. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.